Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. My partner, Steve, is doing a little business out here today. And great to be with you, folks. The market out here, you know what, folks? King dollar is on the move. This is a gift from the trading gods. Well, it's a gift from the trading gods if you're a bear. Why? Because the bottom line is that what you had out here this morning is that the European Central Bank, they brought down the interest rate in Europe. Bottom line is that the euro right now is still flat, but they're going to hammer this euro. Bottom line is that King dollar right now is out here at 77.04. You're going to see this baby take on some real strength now. What you have the future market right now. You got the S&P's up 14, the Nasdaq's up 15, gold's up 30. Let me get back to gold because gold's over that swing point. Doesn't have the juice yet. I'd love to see that thing go up another $40 because then it would be a Gartley on the other side. I don't think it's going to have the strength because once this market opens up, you're going to see some real action out here today. We have platinum up $34. That's trading out at the 1638 mark. Oil is flat at the 355. Actually, sorry, that's copper. Oil is up $1 at the $93 level. Bonds are down 21. And if we go inside the actual commodity market right now, what you'll see in the commodity market, and there's going to be real action here in the commodity market too. Right now, you get the commodity market, they're all green. Now, what you're going to also have, now this is a wild card in the commodity market. What is going to be happening here is this, is that because of MF Global, folks, the way that this is set up, there's going to be so many accounts that get transferred, and they're going to be transferred in the next couple of days. And, you know, thank God for small and large miracles. Those people are going to be elated. Now, the accounts that won't be transferred, however, are going to start getting liquidated on Monday. That is going to be a problem extraordinaire. Why? Because the bottom line is that a liquidation event, folks, is pretty intense. So they claim that they're going to be able to liquidate these accounts in an orderly manner. There's no such thing, folks. It's not even close. A liquidation in an orderly manner. In liquidation, by the way, we're just talking selling. Okay, so the last deal out there, they look like they can transfer about 50,000 accounts. The other accounts basically are going to get liquidated. They'll figure out who has what, where. At this particular point, they're saying that there's still $633 million that's missing. And we'll see who's going to come down the tubes for that. What I expect you're going to see is whether it's the CFO, whether it's the president, whether one of them is going to throw someone else under the bus. That's how this thing looks like it's going to be shaken out. Because no one, of course, wants to go to jail. And someone, I suspect, yeah, if there's $633 million, folks, someone's going to go to jail. You know, because, see, the regulators, I mean, this, one after the other after the other. I mean, it's just so far over the top, it's amazing, actually. We go over to Europe. We take a look at Europe out here. When they were down on the rates, Europe was up about 2.5%. What you have now, you get the CAC Carol is up 3%. The DAX is up 3%. The FTSE's up 1 3/4. When you look at that, all that is doing, folks, DAX. Let's go take a look at the DAX. Inside the DAX here, you know, nice acceleration up. I won't get the volume till a little bit later. In fact, let's go to the FTSE because I can do the FTSE a little bit easier. What happens at the FTSE? Okay, so the FTSE's up $72 right now. We are inside the FTSE, and this is where the strength inside the FTSE. So you got Barclays, and you got two financials and three financials actually, and one oil. If we go over to the oil, I can get the volumes on all of these. You go over the oil, this is an ABC down. You know, that oil service sector. We came down with monster volume, 4 million shares. You're getting up there with all of 2. We take a look at let's go to, we'll go to the finance, we'll go to the Barclays, we'll take a look at Barclays. Barclays up here, that's a dead cat bounce. Well, actually, no, what Barclays is doing, she did have a sign of strength. She had a sign of strength last week. She wants to go up and test that sign of strength. That sign of strength is, she's Yeah, she wants to get up to that 217 pence. That's the way that's straightened out. What you do have, you're gonna hear, no doubt, a lot of different news reports over the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, 2 or 3, 4 days. What I expect you're going to see out here, folks, is this. Greece is going their own way. The citizens are going to say, see you later, see you, don't want to be you. And now watch how this shakes out. This is, whether you agree with it or not. See, the way the bailout is structured for banks saving banks. That's it. The citizens are going to be slaves. Yeah, they don't want to work, but that's their choice, whatever it is, okay? So watch. This is what their choice is. Their choice is take the medicine, and the medicine, of course, means that they're going to pay back a certain amount of money, and they got to get cut back on everything else. Or just turn around and reset everything and say, hey, you know what? Cut to the chase. No one's getting paid, and we're going to have our own currency back. Now, watch how this works, because this is really cool how it works. I mean, I'm not agreeing with it, but it's pretty sick. And my take is that this is what they're going to do. They're going to say, see you later, euro. I don't need the euro. And they don't need the euro. The reason being, so watch what happens. All the euros that are in the country right now, that's the wealth, okay? So right now they're broke. Except if they cut everything out, then they have the euros. Then they take the euros, they push the euros in, they go back to their currency, drachma, I believe, and they start that. What that does inside the country is this. Inside the country, it won't make a difference. Outside of the country, trading-wise, it makes a difference. But it absolutely makes no difference inside the country. Argentina told everyone to, see you later only 12 years ago. Argentina today, okay, is probably going to do it again in another few years, but the bottom line is that they got right back into markets again. So, as to the citizens, bottom line, that's the cleanest break there could be. Let's go to Stuart in Louisville, Kentucky. Hey, Stuart, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Doing great, man.
I just want to let you know that for the longest time I thought I was missing out on Mad Dollars, and it seems that I was missing out on Tiger Dollars.
Oh.
I don't know if you can make the connection or not, but I'll let you do that on your own time. I wanted to know if the UUP was the best way to trade the dollar. I'm looking at another chart here, the DRR, which is double short the euro. I called the Delaware Trust who runs the UUP, and they say that they, buy futures based on all the currencies and not the euro. Even though the chart is set up really well, is that going to mean a different result in the end?
Okay, so let's go through it. The UUP is the U.S. dollar index, okay? Now, the index, the way the index works is this, is that the index, the breakdown inside the index is 60% euro. Let me get it for you. And then the yen is next. And so it's not all of them, okay? There's a correlation that's inside it, all right?
Now, I read the perspective, and I didn't see that anywhere. Where are you getting that information?
Well, I know it. I mean, I just know what the index is.
Okay.
Well, it's in there, believe me. I just know what the index is the way the index gets weighted, folks, is what our trading partners is, the percentage of actual GDP trading across the world. That's what the index is, okay? So what you're doing, let me see if I can get it. Well, if I can't get it up here, I'll get it on the first break for you, okay? So that's one way of doing it. If you want another way of doing it, and this is probably a better way if you want to go right into, let me see something, okay. If you're going to go short, you see, I think the trade is short the euro and long the dollar flat out. And that is the euro, that is EUO. It's the EUO, which is twice. Let me just see. Ultra short euro. Yeah, the ultra short euro is the trade. If you're strictly going to go into the euro, meaning short the euro, okay? That little baby, closed yesterday at 18.18. It's going to open around 18.12. When you take a look at it, it looks like a small ABC up. The thing wants to get up there to 19, 20 bucks. And, that flat out is just, you can see the acceleration up. It was a nice acceleration up. It came down yesterday with lighter volume, and the thing wants to go higher. There's a lot of different ways. You know, the index will give you the larger take is that the dollar is going to basically start going against all currencies. Excuse me. Wait till you hear this, folks. This is as sick as you get. For all our brothers and sisters up in Canada, let me tell you something. Your Canadian banks are going to be in big, big trouble. Now, right now, so check this out, folks, right? The Canadian banks right now are one of the best capitalized banks in the world, okay? But wait to hear what they've been doing, right? This is pretty intense. Okay, let's go I'm going to bring up the Canadian dollar, CAD, right? Now, what has happened is that the Canadian banks have been coming into the United States and they've been issuing dollar bonds, okay? Now, the reason is that our interest rate is so low, their Canadian dollar is strong, okay? But watch what happens. Now, that also has put juice underneath our U.S. dollar because now this statistic here is insane, though. I believe it's at least the last 30 years, 20 to 30 years. This has never happened, okay? This is where companies get in huge trouble, folks. Instead of keeping debt inside their own structure, they go outside of the structure. So watch what happens. They've issued the debt. They issued $150 billion in the last 6 months. What happens is that now they own $150 billion left, but they owe it in U.S. dollars versus Canadian dollars. Okay? So what ends up happening, the Canadian dollar gets weaker again, the U.S. dollar gets stronger again. Instead of turning around and saving 50 basis points, it'll probably end up costing them 10%. Cooking, brother. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Right now, this is Tom O'Brien. We have, let's see, futures. You got the S&P's up 13, NASDAQ up 17, gold.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make. Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
Give the gift of silver this holiday season. TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks. Just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Don't forget, you can test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. We have the S&Ps right now are up 13. You get the NASDAQ futures up 19. Gold is up 30. We get the bond market down $1. King dollar is flat out there at 77.08. The euro is at 137.62. And what you're going to see out here, folks, is that the Europe, what they did is that they brought interest rates down 0.25%. These markets, once our markets get opened, we're going to have some nice big action. What you can expect, first you can expect the pop in the market, and then you're going to see some selling come in this market with some intensity. And what's going to get interesting here is this, is that the thing that's amazing about this whole deal is that it's such, okay, so I'm a technical trader, but fundamentally, I basically started in the bankrupt bond market. So, you know, fundamentally, when I was out there, I figured everyone was lying. That was 1981. And this is hilarious because the reality inside, so what happens with dollar strength, dollar weakness, currency strength or weakness, folks, it all has to do with, if you're a fundamentalist, has to do with what is the rate of return per day. That's how banks go. So what you have out here is that the euro hasn't got hammered yet. It's only 137.59. It's come down, but it hasn't got hammered. You are going to see this baby get smoked. I mean smoked, because you have two different issues. The biggest issue is they just come down 1/4 point. The second largest issue is that you are going to see the euro get blown apart. And the reason being is that Greece is going to go their own way. Now, as Greece goes their own way, just picture something. Picture, you have all these euros in Greece, right? Some people will hold them. Other people will give some back, so they'll get the drachmas, okay, whatever they decide in the future. You know, so it's going to be wild watching this whole thing play out. And then one of the keys are going to be, you know, they think that Italy could be next. I don't figure that's going to happen. The reason that I don't figure that's going to happen is this. Now, Italy has a huge amount of debt. But there's a huge difference in actually what they produce in Italy. The production value in Italy is very high, folks. And what I mean by that is that when you're talking about equipment, when you're talking about machines, when you're talking about engineering feats, Italy is a different ballgame, you know. And what happens because of that is that there's a demand for those goods. So if there's a demand for those goods, they have a cash flow, you know. I see Greece being a one-time deal. I'm not sure about Spain because I don't know enough about Spain, you know. But Italy, you know, if you've ever been to Italy, it's not only a beautiful country, but what absolutely blows my mind about Italy is this: is that you go into the countryside, you can go into these beautiful villages, And even in the beautiful villages, they have equipment that people would just kill for in the United States. And when I say equipment, what I'm talking about is equipment that brings productivity levels up, that is just so perfect mechanically. And it's where it's at. And, of course, you can tell I went to a mechanical high school. Because that stuff still, I was thinking about this morning, actually, and it's funny. It's funny how it works, is that there's certain things that you think that are easy to make, but they absolutely aren't, because whether a door is closing one time or 8,000 times, what they have done is that you can close it 20,000 times, and it's still the same seal. You know, it's an engineering deal, and that's what's going to, no doubt, keep them in business. To this day. So check this out. You can actually, depending on how you hunt and how you shop, you're going to pay more money. But I'm telling you something. If you bought the same thing, whether it's coming in from China, Italy, you're going to see a huge difference. And what the new game is, and it has been for about 3 or 4 years now, maybe longer than that. What the new game is that you may think you're getting the, here, I give you an idea. The same, you can have a top quality brand, and you're thinking that that's made in Italy, and the sewing is absolutely different, whether it's made in Jordan, whether it's made in Egypt, whether it's made in Italy. And the next time you're if you're buying clothes, when you're there, what you want to do is this: take a look at whether it's cuffs, whether it's sleeves, whether it's how the cut is made, and see how the sewing is done. I just shifted from mechanics to clothes. But you'll learn a lot about what the mechanics are and why certain countries are basically El Primo, and Italy's one of them. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're going to come back at the open, and they're going to sell them maybe. King Dollar's going up, and the market's going down. We're going to be right back. Folks, this is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Homeowners, did you know a burglar could break into your home and get away in just 5 minutes? A locked door may not be enough to keep a thief out of your home. Think about what you can lose, and then think about this. Now you can get a free security system monitored by ADT, the leader in home security. Pick up your phone now and get free hardware, free medical and fire alert, and free activation. It's an $850 value. Just call Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, at 1-800-949-8207. You'll get 24-hour protection, and there's no cost for parts or activation. So call now about a free security system monitored by ADT. Call 1-800-949-8207. $99 installation charge. 36-month monitoring agreement at $35.99 a month. Call for terms and conditions to this offer and protect your home license numbers. Call now. 1-800-949-8207. That's 1-800-949-8207.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading the gold market. If you're an investor in gold or any of the gold mining equities, This newsletter is an essential tool that can help you become a better trader in the gold market. The Gold Report comes out every Monday with complete coverage of the entire gold market, including the XAU, HUI, the dollar, the bond, the rand, more than 40 different mining equities, as well as some of the most popular precious metal ETFs, including the GDX and the SLV. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report that will help you take advantage of investment opportunities at the current historic gold price levels. To order your Gold Report today with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to tfnn.com or call our office directly at 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow up 138, NASDAQ up 24, S&Ps are up 12. You got gold up 29. Bonds are down a point. You get the King dollar is on the move, folks. What you're going to see here is this. This is I call this a gift from the trading gods, particularly when you trade all the time. And I understand. I'm not advocating that you trade all the time. What I'm just saying specifically is this: is that yesterday what we did, we came up with some nice light volume. What ends up happening here today, you have the European Central Bank go down on rates. As that goes down, the market spikes. Perfect, okay? Because what you love to do is sell into the market. Bottom line, sell them, big time. Why? Well, what you have is this. King dollar, folks, is going to be not only moving all day long. What you're going to see is you're going to see a very fast acceleration because as soon as the big money gets involved, which would be about another 35 minutes, and the reason I'm saying 35 minutes, they're trying to figure out right now. Check this out. This is pretty amazing. Out of the analysts that there's 28 analysts that cover the euro, folks, okay, in the United States. Out of the 28, 24 said absolutely the euro wasn't going to go anywhere, meaning the European Central Bank wasn't going to cut. So what that does is that immediately all the folks that they were, most of these are in banks. What they were saying that they were positioned the wrong way, okay? They were all on one side of the boat. Those folks right now, by committee, are getting on the other side of the boat because the money is way too big. It's way too large, okay? And large banks don't work like MF Global, okay? There's not one guy that's turning around just saying one thing. What happens is that they'll go by committee. They're sitting there in the committee right now and say, oh, man, we got to switch this around and we got to do it ASAP. Okay, and that's what you're going to see. You're going to see the switch around. You're going to see that they're going to basically move, and they're going to move very quickly. And the reason they're going to move quickly is that they know, see, when you're in the business, you understand that what the other side is doing because it's all really the same playbook. It's particularly the same playbook in the currency market and in the bond market. They are a quarter point move for the euro, folks, is billions and billions of dollars for folks that either just have money in euros, have money in bonds, okay? So, that's what you're going to see happening, and you're going to see it in spades out here today. And this is the thing that's intriguing to me is that, see, technically it's set up like that, but this is a what I'm explaining to you now, this is just pure fundamentals. This is pure, right out of some business school. Who knows? But that's all this is. It's just math inside the currency markets and the bond markets. That's all it is. And, so it's going to get, we get some high volatility in a huge way. And what ends up happening, no doubt, is that currencies are what are moving everything today, folks, everything. And the reason being is that you can move currencies so quickly over borders very fast. And if you can make, 1/10 of 1% on the currency move, that is the larger move overall. That's how this shakes out. We take a look at King Dollar right now, and King Dollar. Let's see. So yesterday, what she did, she came down dramatically lighter volume, rejected lower price. What we have right now is that she's flat. She's at 77.24. Now the high out here is 80.34. What I expect you're going to see, actually, yeah, it could happen today. That this will launch. If this launches the last high out here, which is the 77.83 area, you'll see a monster acceleration up, and you'll see it up, I mean, fast. Some of the high volume stocks we got out here this morning. Let's see what we have happening. We got we're going to talk about Bank of America when we get back. I'm going to talk about book value, folks, so you can see that you never want to pay attention to book value, particularly with banks. We're going to be right back.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of The Money Game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how. At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry, or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we waited at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN. TigerTV.com. This segment is brought to you by South American Silver Corporation. For more information, just click the South American Silver Corporation banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
18, S&P's up 11. Don't forget, folks, at TFNN, we start broadcasting live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., 3 to 6. You can get all that, of course, live at TFNN. You can also get Tiger TV if you come right over to TFNN. Now, don't forget about Tiger dollars, folks. Right now, until November 4th, you want to make 30% on your money? Easiest way to do it is come over and buy some Tiger dollars. Tiger dollars are good for all subscriptions at TFNN, no expiration date, and we're down now to, thank God, only 1 million Tigers and Tigresses without electricity. We extended it, they got 1 million, there's only 1 million left, thank God, in the Northeast. Now, so check this out. So you get the MF Global mess here. Now, this is how, there's $633 million that's missing right now. The trustee for the broker-dealer is a guy named James Giddens, okay? Yesterday at the bankruptcy hearing, the trustee is going to transfer, he won permission to transfer 50,000 accounts in which customers of the failed brokerage have 3 million positions with over 100 million at stake. Okay. Now, what they're going to do is this. Those accounts are going to get transferred today and tomorrow. And then if you have one of those accounts, folks, you're going to be notified where it's transferred to. You will be able to transfer that again if you don't like where they transferred it to. The bottom line is if you do have one of those accounts, be happy they transferred it, because what happens on the transfer there is that you are going to be able to go in and out of positions. Where right now, if you are at MF Global, folks, you've been basically, you can sell, but you're frozen out to buy, to cover yourself on the other side. Now, the accounts that they're going to transfer were at the Chicago Merc anyway. That's the bottom line. So the accounts that were there, and what I suspect, those accounts, by the way, I expect those accounts probably have $250,000 or less in cash and $250,000 in securities. More than likely, that's what's in. That's what's there, because what's happening is that they're insured accounts with the SIPC. So they know that they have to cover those accounts anyway. They don't have to cover the accounts that are over that. So that's the accounts I suspect that they're pushing in first. Now, this is where the kicker comes, okay? Those accounts are going to be transferred with 60% collateral. But that's in between the trustee and the Chicago Merc. Okay, that has nothing to do with the client. The client's going to be covered for the amount I just said. But now here's the kicker, okay? The other accounts, which that means there's 100,000 more accounts, those accounts are going to be liquidated starting Monday. Now listen to this. This is pretty sick, folks. For anyone that is not in the business, this is just an absolute lie. I mean, accounts that aren't transferred will be liquidated in an orderly fashion beginning Monday. So picture this. There's no such thing as an orderly fashion. What they're saying is that there's only one side of a trade. When you're liquidating something, what are you doing? You're selling it down, okay? So picture this. So who gets liquidated first? So picture something. Picture that we're all on one block, okay? And you got 100 houses, right? And there's 200 houses on the block. Who gets to sell the first house? This is going to be a disaster, okay? I mean, it blows my mind. I guess it's the only way that they can get cash back into the accounts. But let me tell you something. You don't want to be in the commodity market coming Monday, flat out. You just don't want to be in it, don't be long, I'm telling you, because what you have is that I'll tell you, this is a good way of doing it, actually. You know an easy way of doing this? Is that it's not an easy way, but I guarantee you that the pros out there right now are doing this in the commodity market. What they're adding up is, and because this is public information, what they're adding up is that what are the positions that the CTFC released last Friday? Or actually, it's even better, that released this Friday. Every Friday, those positions getting released. So you're going to know where the buildup of positions are. Then what you do is that you take the you take a certain percentage of those positions. So the percentage you could take, that be conservative, you can take 30%. Because MF Global supposedly was on 50% or one half of every trade that's out there worldwide. Okay, one of their brokers were. That's what it is, making a market on either side. So you can take 30% of that and say, okay, 30% of that is going to get sold into the market as a liquidation event. Now, why would you sitting on the other side? You know, so bottom line is that the volatility is out here. What you see out here, again, no two ways about it, is, you know, regulators not doing their job. And when I say flat out not doing their job, the CME, all the CME is doing right now is covering themselves. The CME, Chicago Merc, they came out and they said that they saw, that they felt that the MF Global transferred the funds after they audited them. Notwithstanding the transfer of funds, what the CME did is that they knew that they had the huge bond trade on. They knew that there wasn't enough money to cover the bond trade in September. And that's why MF Global had to go out and go get $750 million in September. What should have happened right there, folks, should have been shut down right there. If that was any other firm, a smaller firm, a firm without connections, a firm without the whole juice behind them, would have been shut down. 2 seconds, okay? Why? Because, bottom line, you're leveraged up to the hilt. They come in and say, hey, you don't have enough cash. Well, you don't have enough cash in the trading business, folks. You're supposed to be out of business. You ever get a margin call? You get a margin call, that's it, you're done. Ba-boom. Well, bottom line is that the CME decided to let them skate in September, and, you know, that's, we'll see who's going to come after the CME for that. You can see they're scrambling right now. And, you know, we'll see how this whole thing plays out, but it's not good, you know. Market-wise out here, you can see what's happening. As King Dollar moves, the euro it's getting hit right now. And the longer this goes out, folks, I'm telling you, you're going to see something that, you know, education-wise, you know, you don't have to trade this thing, but education-wise, I want you to just wrap your head around this for a second, okay? Because if you're a technical trader or, you know, a fundamentalist, okay, this is strictly a well, it's set up technically, but it's strictly a fundamental play. If you're a manager, you're running bread, you got to move, and you got to move quick. And you're going to see these committees move, and they're going to move billions and billions and billions. And what are they going to do, folks? They're going to be selling the euro. They're going to be buying the dollar. King Dollar is on the move. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We have the Dow up $110, NASDAQ up 12, S&P's up 8, gold up 26. We're going to be right back.
As Tom says, go long America. Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, before December 31st from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just one, but 2 exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, The Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses, keep money in your community, and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you have until December 31st to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a technology insider today.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed, with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Now is the time for Tiger Dollars. Purchase $250 or more before November 4th and receive a 30% match. Go to the front page of TFNN.com and get your Tiger Dollars today.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow up 82, NASDAQ up 6, S&P's up 5, and you're going to see continued selling in a big way. The reason being, folks, this is, I tell you, you got to love the markets, and you got to love politicians because they just continually lie. And, you know, bottom line, if you start with that basis, folks, you're going to be in good shape. What just came across the table, King Dollar's up 24 right now, Euro's down 61. It's going to get hammered beyond belief. Why? Well, the president of the European Central Bank, first he came down to 0.25%. He should come down to 0.25%. But now he just came out, and the bottom line is that there is a temporary halt on buying bonds in the European Central Union. And bottom line, why is there, folks? Why is there? Because they have no money. They're broke. Broke. Zero. Broke. Okay? Bottom line, nothing to buy. Okay? You have no money, you can't buy your own bonds back. They are history, folks. Let me tell you something. You're going to see some action, and that'll be like, you know what that would be just like? So check this out. That'll be like Bernanke coming out right now, folks. Okay, so the way Operation Twist works right now is this, is that they're buying, you know, let's see, they're selling shorter term, buying longer term, basically, you know, keeping the rates lower. That'll be like Bernanke coming out in the middle of the day saying, hey, listen, you know, we're currently, temporarily, what he's saying is that temporarily, you know, we're basically tapped out here. Well, you know what? They are tapped out. They're tapped out because, why? Because they thought they could go to China to go get the money. The vice premier of China says, hey, listen, what do you got on the table here? What do you have for me? Well, they had nothing for them, okay? The bottom line, folks, is that you're going to see this thing get ripped apart in a huge way. It's pretty intense. The thing that's intense about it is that if you just stay with the common sense of the whole deal, well, they have no money, okay? And if I'm going to come out to you with no money and want more money, are you going to give me money? It's like, what, are you crazy? What, out of your mind? You know? So you're going to see some heavy action all day long here. And, yeah, pump and dump. Yeah, the politicians are the best pumper and dumpers out here, folks. There's no two ways about it, and that's what they've done. Europe, let's go take a look at Europe, because this is going to hit Europe, too. I'm not sure whether it hit Europe yet or not. Okay, so the DAX right now is up, still up 2%. It was up 3%. It's hit at 1%. Let me just go take a look at this baby. Man, it's hitting it slowly. You know, they're all dreaming. Let me tell you, they're dreaming. You know, they got to get their bases covered, and they got to get them covered quickly. You know, the volatility's out here. That's the bottom line. When we come back the next hour, we're going to talk about book value. The reason I'm going to talk about book value is that you have these banks, and, you know, you always hear out there, people are telling you to buy the banks, and, hey, listen, they're under book value. Well, Bank of America. Bank of America is trading at $6.74. You know what their book value is, folks? If you paid attention to just those numbers, it's $20.80. So it's under book value. Does that matter? Go right to MF Global. I'll tell you why it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because of all the amount of trades that are off the books that you're looking at. The MF Global deal flat out did what? What they know right now is this, is that the trade that they put on, they booked the profit, and you could book it legally up front, right? What they did is that the trade itself was off the books, okay? The trade blows up the whole company, but yet if you looked at book value, what it would tell you? Zero, absolutely nothing, okay? And until the regulators change some of those deals, you know, and that's the whole accounting structure, and that's the old boys network. That's the bottom line, folks. And they got to clean it up if they want these markets to come back. This is Tom O'Brien. Thanks for being with us, folks. We really do appreciate it. You stay right there. We are going to be coming back, and I'll be doing the 10 to 11 o'clock show also. We're going to be right back.